Most men believe that when a woman feels desire, she'll show it clearly through touch, words, or direct signs. But here's the truth: most men never realize. The most powerful attraction is the one she tries to hide, the kind that burns quietly beneath the surface, disguised behind polite smiles, subtle avoidance, and mysterious shifts in her behavior. This video is not about the obvious gestures or the usual she laughs at your jokes advice. It's about the forbidden desires, the kind she can't admit even to herself. You'll discover the psychological secrets, the subconscious evidences, and the silent proofs that reveal when a woman's attraction runs deeper than she wants you to see. Because the moment you learn how to read these hidden signals, you'll stop being ignored, stop being replaced, and start becoming the man she can't stop thinking about. Think about this. Have you ever felt like a woman was pulling you in and pushing you away at the same time? Like one moment her eyes were filled with warmth, and the next she became distant, cold even. That's not confusion. That's psychological attraction in disguise. A woman's mind operates on two levels, the logical and the emotional. And when these two conflict, her actions become mixed. This video will help you decode those moments. You'll learn how to read her body language, how to recognize when her subconscious desire is fighting against her conscious mind, and how to respond in a way that makes you look confident, grounded, and utterly irresistible. Because once you understand this game, you'll never again be tricked by her silence, her little eyes, or her carefully constructed act of indifference. So, let me ask you, have you ever wondered why a woman suddenly becomes nervous around you, avoids eye contact, or even flirts with other men when you're near? Have you ever questioned why she seems to test you, as if she's trying to push you away but secretly hoping you'll stay? These are not random behaviors. These are hidden proofs of forbidden attraction. And if you keep missing them, you'll continue living in confusion, thinking she's not interested when she's actually fighting the pull she feels for you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot these signs, how to handle them like a millionaire of confidence, and how to awaken her desire without saying a single word. Now, let's begin with the first sign. The kind of behavior that only appears when a woman's feelings cross into the dangerous territory of forbidden desire. You'll notice it not in her words, but in the tension she carries when you're near. She might act like she's not paying attention, but every move you make disturbs her emotional balance. Her body reacts first, a quick inhale when you speak, a sudden adjustment of her hair, or her voice cracking slightly when she tries to stay calm. Those micro-reactions are the evidences her body gives away before her mind can catch up. It's not coincidence, it's subconscious attraction, the kind she doesn't want you to see because it exposes her control slipping. A woman's psychology is deeply tied to the art of self-protection. She's been taught not to appear easy, not to reveal too much, and never to make the first move because doing so could lead to rejection, betrayal, or replacement. So instead, she sends subtle tests. She may play cold, delay replies, or act unimpressed. But deep down, her emotions are chaotic. Her subconscious mind is screaming for connection, while her logical side tells her to stay guarded. That's why she acts distant after moments of warmth. It's her instinct to protect herself from the risk of emotional exposure. Understanding this isn't just about attraction, it's about mastering psychological seduction techniques that help you see beyond words and into her emotional truth. But if you remain calm, grounded, and unbothered, she feels something she rarely experiences. Safety. That safety combined with mystery is what transforms attraction into obsession. So the next time a woman seems to be avoiding you, don't jump to conclusions. Don't assume she's lost interest. Ask yourself instead, what's she trying to hide? Because often what looks like indifference is actually protection. She's protecting her image, her emotions, and her pride while her body is betraying her through every little reaction. And if you learn how to stay steady during that emotional storm, you'll gain access to a side of her most men never see. Remember, attraction isn't loud, it's quiet. It's in the unspoken, the unseen, and the unplanned. The real secrets of desire aren't in what she says. They're buried deep in her psychology, coded in her subconscious signals. And if you can, learn to read those signals with confidence and control, you'll stop asking questions like, does she like me? And start understanding exactly how much she does, even when she's pretending not to. You've probably noticed how a woman can say one thing while her body whispers another truth entirely. Her words might sound polite, distant, even uninterested, but her subconscious tells a different story. That's because attraction isn't something she consciously decides. It's a psychological reaction that her body can't fully control. When desire starts to take over, even the most disciplined woman begins to show subtle signs she's fighting hard to conceal. The problem is, most men never learn to read them. They look for obvious proof, flirtatious smiles, compliments, or bold moves. But the real evidence hides in the quiet details, her breeze, nothing, her tone, the rhythm of her eyes. She looks at you just a second too long, then quickly looks away as if she caught herself doing something wrong. She adjusts her hair even when there's no reason to. She crosses her legs toward you, leans in slightly when you talk, and finds excuse. Says to stay in your space. These are not random gestures, they're psychological reactions born from desire. Her body is betraying the secret, her mind is trying to hide. Women like to believe they can mask their attraction, but their subconscious doesn't lie. It leaks the truth through micro-expressions and nervous habits. Have you ever felt like a girl was drawn to you, but then suddenly became cold, distant, or even acted as if she didn't care? That confusion happens because her mind is at war with her body. One part of her feels love, curiosity, and intense desire, while another part feels fear, guilt, or resistance. Sometimes it's because she's already in a relationship or fighting feelings she considers forbidden. Other times it's because she doesn't want to appear easy or weak. So instead of showing her interest, she'll try to fake disinterest. But here's the twist. Her psychology will always reveal the opposite. She might ignore your messages, but still watch your stories. She might say she's busy, but somehow ends up in the same place as you. She might tell her friends you're just a friend yet, blush when your name comes up. That's the proof of hidden attraction. She's subconsciously investing energy in you, even while pretending not to. It's not logic, it's psychological seduction. And when a woman is caught in that emotional tension between desire and denial, she becomes both unpredictable and magnetic. She might test you, she might pull away just to see if you'll chase, or she might play tricks to see if you'll stop. Caring every test is her way of asking, are you the kind of man who can handle my emotions without being controlled by them? Those are her tricks, her tests, her way of trying to feel safe in the uncertainty of love. But if you understand female psychology, you'll see that these behaviors are not rejection. They're defense mechanisms. They are ions of a mind trying to protect a heart that already feels too much. Every woman who's deeply drawn to a man tries, at some point, to fight it, especially when that desire feels forbidden. Presence triggers that same rush of attraction and anxiety all at once. That's the kind of emotional fingerprint you leave when you understand how to attract the right woman, how to awaken desire, and how to make her think about you all the time. If you want proof, pay attention to the inconsistencies. She might smile at another guy, but glance at you right after to see if you noticed. She might act indifferent in person, but send subtle signals online. A song, lyric, a quote, a late night, like on an old post. These aren't accidents. They're subconscious breadcrumbs of her hidden desire. Each one says, I can't stop thinking about you, but I don't want you to know. And that's your advantage, because once you can read these signs, you stop reacting emotionally and start responding strategically. You become the man who leads the dynamic, who knows when to lean in and when to pull back, just enough to make her miss your presence. Remember, women don't fall for men who chase. They fall for men who make them feel something they can't control. That's psychological seduction. It's not about manipulation. It's about awareness. You're not trying to trick her. You're simply learning to read the truth her body reveals before her mind accepts it. When you do, she'll start feeling a strange pull toward you, a mix of fear, curiosity, and desire. That's when you know you've reached her subconscious. At first, she thought she could control it. She thought she could keep her desire hidden behind polite smiles and logical excuses. But the more she tries to suppress it, the stronger it grows. That's how psychological attraction works. The subconscious always wins over reason. You can see it in her eyes when she looks at you too long. You can hear it in her tone when her voice softens without realizing. There's a moment, subtle but unmistakable, when her subconscious finally gives in. Why? You'll notice her breathing change when she's near you, how she loses focus, how her tone softens, how her words get slower, and her laugh becomes nervous. That's when her guard starts to crumble. She'll start creating excuses to be around you, not because she planned it, but because she's addicted to the emotional state she feels in your presence. You've become her emotional trigger, the one she can't logically explain but can't resist either. That's the ultimate proof of attraction, when she starts betraying her own logic to stay connected to your energy. But here's the paradox. Even if she falls, she'll still try to hide it. She'll still play tricks. She'll still create tests. Why? Because she wants to make sure your strength isn't an illusion. She wants to know if you'll stay grounded when she withdraws, if you'll remain calm when she's cold, if you'll keep your masculine frame when she tries to fake indifference. Every test is a subconscious request for reassurance. Can I trust you with my chaos? Most men fail by reacting emotionally. They chase, they overexced, they beg for attention, and the moment they do, the illusion breaks. The woman realizes he was never truly in control. She was. The man who wins is the one who never loses emotional balance. He doesn't punish her silence or reward her drama. He just observes, smiles, and lets her feel the distance. That silence becomes a psychological mirror. It makes her confront her own emotions. And that's when she starts chasing, not because you manipulated her, but because she now feels something deeper than desire. She feels respect. And respect in female psychology is the bridge to emotional commitment. That's when she starts to show her truest signs. She stops pretending to be unaffected. She begins to open up, not with words, but through small emotional slips, a random confession, a nervous laugh, a late-night me. Sag that says, I can't sleep. She'll try to justify it with logic, but it's her subconscious revealing the truth. She's already emotionally invested, and once she's tell herself she doesn't care, she'll go out with someone else. She'll even convince herself she's over you, but the truth, her subconscious betrays her. She starts comparing every man she meets to you. No one feels quite the same. No voice calms her nerves like yours. No, her mind can't easily replace you. No matter how many men she meets, she keeps coming back to your emotional imprint. That's how you attract the right woman. Not by chasing, but by understanding how her psychology ties her desire to emotional safety and uncertainty at the same time. This is the power of awareness. The moment you stop reacting to surface behavior and start reading the signs that reveal everything she tries to hide, you stop falling for her words and start observing her patterns. You stop overthinking and start leading. That's how you become irresistible. That's how you awaken desire that never fades even when she's not around. Have you noticed how some men seem to naturally attract women without effort, while others are stuck in doubt and fear? I put together something that can change that completely. It's a complete guide with practical strategies that can transform your way of connecting and help you burn. You will genuine connections. Check the first pinned comment. It's worth a look. If you've uncovered these powerful secrets and want to go even further, here's another revealing video you can't afford to miss. Watch it to discover the subtle ways women reveal their true intentions and learn how to protect yourself. Because the more you understand, the more control you'll have over your love.